Hey you guys, Easter is just around the corner. Again today, I've been in the baking mood all week and I had some orders that I have to do. So I'm going to give you the recipe to one of my favorite sellers. Should I or shouldn't I? Hey you guys, you're my YouTube fan, so I'm going to give you the recipe to our famous German chocolate cake. Okay, let's get rocking. Okay, here in this bowl, I have one 4-ounce package of German, and here I have 2 cups of sugar. And here I have 2 cups of sugar, and in this chocolate, I have 1 1/2 sticks of butter. So that's 3/4 cup, and you're going to get it like this. And we're going to just add it to the sugar, but always make sure that it's cooled. You don't want to stick any hot. This cake, you don't have to beat it like you do a pound cake. So let's put this down here. We're just going to do it mild. Okay, let's get back to the German chocolate. All right. It calls for 3 eggs. So I did crack the 3 eggs in this cup, but I'm still going to add only 1 at a time. So let's turn this on. Not really high. And you just want to beat the egg until you don't see any of the yellow in the batter. Temperature to this batter here. It calls for 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. But what I did, I took the 2 cups of flour, the salt, and the cocoa powder, and I sifted it. But I took a 1/2 cup of the flour mixture and added the teaspoon of baking soda. So this is the flour mixture that you're seeing right here. This is the one that has the baking soda. You don't want to put the rest of your flour in yet. So I'm going to go ahead and add this. Dry, and we're going to do wet. So here is a cup of buttermilk. Try to find some really good non-fat buttermilk, and you can definitely tell the difference by the thickness. Okay, so I'm going to add first, let's do a little buttermilk. See how thick that is? And put it on the slow setting so it won't splatter. Kind of do this. And this is the 1 1/2 cup of flour, cocoa powder, and salt that's left. Okay, I'm going to do 2 spoons of this mixture. I try not to make a mess. Okay, let's start this on low because flour will... Okay, now I'm going to add some more buttermilk. And buttermilk is really going to make this cake really moist. And this is going to be one of your... I made this cake about 3 times. One time I made it, it was so dry. I don't know what I did wrong. Next time I made it, the icing was so liquidy, it wouldn't even stick to the cake. Okay, that's nice. Let's add some more flour. And you always want to end with flour. Always. I always stop it, when I'm adding liquid. So we're going to add the rest of this buttermilk, which was 1 cup. Now I really got to take it slow. So hang on. This is the last of the flour that I'm going to add in. And I'm going to show you guys this batter. It is gorgeous. Now if you make this, for Easter, it's going to be on point. But I just have to advise you, it might not come out right the first time, and then, it might. Okay, this is the last of it. Last quick whip. I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of coconut extract. It really brings out the flavor in this cake. So this is a 1/2 teaspoon of coconut extract. You should never really pour your extract over your bowl, because if you pour too much, Okay, there you go. That's how you're really supposed to do it. So that's a ½ teaspoon of coconut extract. And then I'm going to do a tablespoon. Oh, I'm sorry. Not a tablespoon. A teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. I love the Madagascar. Hope I'm saying it right. Okay. Let's put that in there. Okay. Okay. And let's give it one last whip. Here we go. Guys. And I greased and put parchment paper in 2 9-inch cake pans. Okay, Albert, get this off. All right. Let's put this here. And you want your oven to 350, preheated to 350. And it's going to stay in about 25 minutes. But check it because everybody's oven varies. And also the humidity varies. Okay, I'm going to let you guys see this. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Okay, let me get my cake pan. Okay. Look at this, you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay. And you're going to try to divide it evenly among your 2 9-inch. And I'll come back and show you guys how to make the wonderful frosting. Thank you. Stay connected. Hey you guys, I am back again. The cakes are finished. So we're going to get ready to do this luscious homemade coconut frosting. Let me show you the cake right quick. But I want you to see the ingredients down here that I have. Here is the cake. I'm going to stack the other one on top, but it came out gorgeous. So let's get started on the coconut pecan frosting. Okay, here I have 1 cup of sugar. I have 3 egg yolks, but in here is only 2. So I was going to crack one and show you guys. I usually save the whites to the eggs because they're really good to scramble. But since it's only 1, I'm just going to show you how I, and of course I shouldn't have had these 2 in here just in case shell crack. But I just take it and I do this. And just let it fall. Okay. Let me transfer it over again. Okay, and all of the white is out. Let me wash my hands right quick. Okay, and here I have 1 cup of evaporated milk. I chose Pet, but you can also use Carnation. Here, I'm going to take the 1 cup of sugar, the 1 cup of evaporated milk, and the 3 egg yolks. And I'm going to stir them first before I actually put them in this pot here, because this pot is going to make it like a custard, okay? So let me just stir this up real fast. And I found one of these things here with, thank you. One of these whisks here that won't scratch up any of your pots. And I always like to mix it in the bowl first before I actually put it in the pot. Okay, so I got everything incorporated. Okay, so I'm going to pour it into this pan. Okay. And now I'm going to put it on this heating element. I can't believe I found this. I used to press my hair and my daughter's hair with this little element right here. So I'm going to put it on here. And what you want to do, you want to keep stirring because you want it to be thick like custard. So I'm going to say it's going to take probably, I'm going to say 10 minutes. So while this is thickening, I'll come back. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, you guys. So sorry. I just realized I need a half a cup of butter. So I just sliced them and I'm going to put them in here. Woo! Can I believe I forgot that? And I also added a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, now let me stir. There you go. So I'll come back to you guys once it's thickened. So stay connected. Okay, you guys. Okay, you guys. I finished doing the evaporated milk, the sugar, the egg yolks, and the butter. And I want you to see this. It looks like a pudding, but it's actually for your coconut frosting. And to this, we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Let's pour this in here, which I shouldn't have poured over the bowl again. And we're going to add 1 cup of toasted chopped pecans. Make sure you toast your pecans probably like 12 minutes. It really gives it a nice nutty flavor. So this is 1 cup of toasted pecans. Okay, let's stir that in there. Wow. And then we're going to use 1 1/2 cup of baker's coconut. So this is 1 1/2 cup, and we're going to stir this in here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to let it cool before I ice the cake, but I want you to see this pecan frosting. And if you like, you can add more pecans, but this is the frosting like they used to make it in the old days with the coronation milk. Can you see that? Oh my God. And you guys just wait till I ice the cakes. So I'm gonna let this cool probably for about 10 minutes, and then I'll come back and I'll ice the cakes. Stay connected. All right, we're gonna wrap this cake up. Okay, I already did the first layer. I took some of the pecan frosting and I just spreaded it on the first layer, and then I stacked the second layer. So what I do when I do the second layer, I just take it, and I'm going to use an offset spatula, and I'm just going to push it to the ends. Now my German chocolate cake, most people don't cover their sides. I like the sides of my German chocolate cake covered. So when you're doing this, it's going to take a little work in order to get it to where all the sides are, covered. So I'll just show you guys the beginning of this, and then I'm going to work my little magic, and we will finally be at the finished product. And also, if you like bacon, try getting one of these little turntables. It really helps you when you frost your cake, because you can just turn your cake and just keep frosting. So you guys, when I come back, this cake will be finished. Don't go anywhere. Hey! We're finally through. Okay, this is our bestseller. This is Kingdom Homemade German Chocolate Cake. You guys check it out. And I used an offset spatula to really smooth out the icing. I wish I could cut this so I could show you guys how delicious it is, but unfortunately, someone has already paid for it, so I can't cut it. But again, stay connected, and maybe we'll get off this sweet train and I'll start doing, let's say, chicken fried steak with gravy and mashed potatoes. We'll do something different. But I hope everyone have a blessed and happy Easter. And please stay connected with me and thank my new subscribers. Thank you so much.